Hi, you guys. Welcome to Beyond the Veil. I'm Adina. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into this reading. I just read Jay-Z and all the stuff that's going on around him. I keep seeing the same. I've seen the same outcome for Jay-Z before. And I thought I was reading his relationship with Beyonce. I thought I saw an outcome of divorce. I see an outcome of ruin for you, Jay-Z. A Diddy day for you. Allegedly. So rather that comes sooner than later, it's coming. And who all that affects, it's going to affect other people because they're not going to sever their ties with him before it's too late. All right, I want to see how Lil Wayne feels about all of the conversations surrounding him. I know he just came out and had a really emotional appeal, a really emotional response. And you guys heard it here first in my Nicki Minaj reading that the Young Money, Cash Money, foot soldiers are going to be out. They're going to be speaking out. They're going to be out there and they're going to be confident because they're bonded and banded together and because they have Birdman supporting them. You can't really make these moves unless the bosses say that you can make these moves. It's like the mob. So anyways, let's see how Lil Wayne is and all of this and how all of this is going to fare for him. Will he get the chance to perform in some way, participate in some way for the Super Bowl? I'll ask that. Most High Mother and Father God, thank you for this Friday. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for these people that I share it with. And thank you for YouTube for allowing me the opportunity to bond with millions of people, whether they agree with me or not. Love and blessings to them all on this day of Venus. Most High Mother and Father God, I ask that you allow me to conjure up the spirit, the soul of Lil Wayne. Allow me to speak to and see the spirit, the soul of Lil Wayne in all its spirit and truth. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. Mix up the cards. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, come to me alone with just your soul. No matter what your life situation is or who controls you or who thinks they control you in this life, your soul, your soul. And no matter what condition it's in, speak. You have the power and the ability to speak here in your truth. Lil Wayne, talk to me about this Super Bowl debacle. Will you eventually perform for the Super Bowl? Will the outcome of this current Super Bowl situation be you participating in some way? Even if alongside Kendrick, even if not the main performer, will you perform for the Super Bowl in some way? Lil Wayne, as the outcome of this current New Orleans Super Bowl situation, Lil Wayne feels like he lost the opportunity because of Nicki Minaj. So before she went on that rant, there could have, and I've said in her reading, Jay-Z's reading, and now, that there could have been an opportunity even after they made their decision for Kendrick Lamar. Allegedly. He feels like the opportunity was taken away from him for reasons that weren't his own fault. Now, either he feels like Nicki Minaj's current rant is the reason he doesn't have it, or Nicki Minaj's bad business dealings and beef with Jay-Z is the reason. It might not have even been Drake. It could have been all Nicki Minaj and the title situation, whatever not signing situation, because she decided to sign with Lil Wayne and not Jay-Z. And then she was a part of that title deal. And then they had bad blood behind that. and then the whole blackball and hate train, all of that. It's Nicki Minaj, he feels like, is the reason that he didn't get it, and not any reasons of his own. Recent past for Lil Wayne, he feels like his life in the recent past has been a string of bad luck and bad juju. Very unfortunate. But this is the best place to get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse in the past. Obviously, he just spoke out. That's still fresh. And he might continue to do so, or he might continue to elaborate on what he already said. Because of the opportunity that he lost, that he really was emotionally invested in. It really would have meant a lot to Lil Wayne to do this. Lil Wayne feels like his spot in the industry as the greatest, he was forced out of by somehow, some way. A lot of that had to do with himself. He self-isolated. He self-isolated, so therefore he self-sabotaged. He went away from the industry, and he self-sabotaged a lot of opportunities had he not felt the need to exile himself, because he couldn't handle the pressures of the industry and of his position. He lost out on a lot of opportunities. His drug use also. But currently, he feels like he's back, and he wants what he feels like is rightfully his, and he's no longer moping about himself and feeling like a victim and grieving himself and his regrets. Now he's speaking out for himself and trying to get what he feels like is his. And he'll continue to do so. And a lot of people want to see Lil Wayne get more opportunities. So there could be an opportunity for Lil Wayne that's being considered. It's a night right now. Could be negotiations or something. Could be something that they're just thinking about. Okay, so how, if we do entertain adding Lil Wayne, what would that look like? It could be something like that. His hopes and fears. Now, his hopes is that he can come back again. Lil Wayne wants to come back to the industry in some way, even if just baby steps. His fears is also coming back and what that means. The same reasons that he wanted to exile from the industry and that he was forced out, both willingly and unwillingly, are the same things that he's coming back to. So it's in his hopes and fears. No, Lil Wayne will not participate in the Super Bowl. Because of Nicki Minaj, he could have gotten an opportunity to be a part of it with Kendrick Lamar. But that decision was ruined. Their minds were changed because of Nicki Minaj and her actions. Let me look into that outcome. And when I did Nicki Minaj's reading, this seems to be one of the reasons why she's going to have the outcome that she has, the Four of Swords, because of the casualties that were involved because of her rant. And I said she had another rant coming. That was that Stephen A. Smith. And maybe she's still in that mood, but she is going to pull back when she finds out that Lil Wayne lost this opportunity. Page of Cups in reverse for the outcome. Lil Wayne, your associations is the reasons why you're not going to get it. They don't want any chance of you bringing on anybody that they currently don't like. That ship has sailed. that opportunity will never happen. You're not worth the risk for many reasons. Lil Wayne, it seems like you've been exiled out of the industry, and it was a decision made too. It wasn't just a decision for you. Maybe a decision that Lil Wayne and Birdman had made together. I don't know. Let me look into the Hermit in reverse, because that'll tell me. Lil Wayne's current position and him not getting his dues, and Lil Wayne being Lil Wayne and him not being relevant right now today, as a lot of the popular majority would say, I don't. Lil Wayne is always relevant, is by design. I believe that there is a relationship. I believe it's Birdman and Jay-Z's past relationship. In the past, they had an agreement that Lil Wayne would be shelved and purposely blocked so that he wouldn't be an issue for Jay-Z. These were made men, you know, mob bosses, allegedly made men, handling business together. And it seems like that was okay because Nicki Minaj was flourishing. So it's like we traded Lil Wayne for, you know, I'll let you knock off Lil Wayne. You let me keep Nicki Minaj and Drake. And Jay-Z's like, okay, bet. But he's a snake, allegedly, so he's gonna come back and do his thing with them, because the initial agreement was you can't touch them if I let you have Lil Wayne. But then he ended up having or creating his own personal grievances with them. So now those rules have changed, and that's the snakery. Let me look into this Queen of Pentacles, because I believe that that's Lil Wayne feeling like Nicki Minaj is the reason that he doesn't have this opportunity. She's had a lot of beefs, past and currently, with a lot of people who could affect that decision for him. There's been a lot of sabotage against her and a lot of sabotage against him because of his associations with his crew. They say it's because of Lil Wayne and his, you know, not being able to perform because of his own alcoholism. But that's the excuse to the public. The real reason is industry politics and sabotage against people that really don't affect Lil Wayne. He's guilty by association, and he's been a casualty to war before these beefs that Nicki Minaj and Drake have had with Jay-Z existed. He was traded way before them so that Lil Wayne, so that Drake and Nicki could flourish, because at the time they were more profitable. There was a lot of sabotage going on behind business dealings done in order for Drake and Nicki Minaj to be successful. Again, I believe that Birdman and Jay-Z came to agreement to not let Lil Wayne flourish, but Drake and Nicki could. The sole purpose back then of their dealings was Lil Wayne, because he was rivaling Jay-Z and he was going to go all the way. Jay-Z and Birdman decided to, no, I'll block that. We'll agree to that. And Birdman is like, that's all right. Because what he don't know is Nicki and Drake going to be that big one. They're going to be that big one. And I can get two of them for the price of Lil Wayne. And he did, and he has been. And that could be the sole beef behind Jay-Z and Drake and Nicki Minaj before any of their business dealings. He could have decided to try to find a way to have beef with them of his own anyways, because he saw that Birdman said, fine, you can have Lil Wayne, but he still ruled and reigned and was stepping on Jay-Z's toes with Drake and Nicki. More so Drake at the time. But Nicki became a problem too. This was never going to work between Jay-Z and Birdman, Jay-Z's camp and Birdman's camp. Even when Lil Wayne was traded because of Nicki Minaj and Drake, Jay-Z was always going to circle back and want to renege on that deal, allegedly. Wheel of Fortune in reverse for Lil Wayne, because I believe that is this situation. Page of Wands. Five of Pentacles in reverse. There was an opportunity for him to come back. There was a day where he was supposed to be what Jay-Z is, but he was sabotaged by his own camp, for his own camp. Like I just said, held back so that he wouldn't flourish. This is Jay-Z and this is Birdman's hand. I'll let you have Lil Wayne, because Jay-Z was only focused on Lil Wayne at the time. He was the threat. He wasn't paying attention to the other Young Money artists, Drake, Nicki, and at the time it was Tyga, I believe. Tyga, he wasn't an issue, but these other two cups were. That's why Lil Wayne is in the position he's in now. And so, again, no, Lil Wayne, you won't perform in the Super Bowl. That's the outcome. Eight of Swords challenging you, and I will end there. The machine is against you. It's like you're not a factor. The machine is against the other artists, and you were disposed of a long time ago. Lil Wayne, your career died, and it will die. It will stay dead. Those orders won't be reneged on. These are mob bosses, allegedly. And no matter what the current beef is between Birdman and Jay-Z and their camps, there's a code. Birdman isn't going to renege on his initial agreement just because they have a current beef that doesn't have anything to do with it. Lil Wayne isn't going to get the opportunity, and he's going to stay not getting his just dues, even though he wants to and he's trying to, because the agreement was Lil Wayne will never be a factor again for you, Jay-Z. But we didn't have that same agreement about Nicki and Drake. So that's what their current beef is. And that's why Lil Wayne, this Eight of Swords is challenging you, because you're a prisoner. You're a prisoner to these mob bosses. And you can't go forward no matter how much you try. Even if you do a little razzle-dazzle here and there, you won't get your spot back. And that's unfortunate as a Lil Wayne fan. Now, if I was biased, I might have tried to twist that because I'm a Lil Wayne fan. But as far as the Super Bowl is concerned and Lil Wayne getting his just dues and getting his spot back, that won't happen. So he may get his just dues, but he won't be able to make the comeback that he's hoping to make and hoping that the Super Bowl would help him do, unfortunately. All right, love you guys. Bye.